Well, I will mention it's very interesting to see like that everybody is into the MTG, like the finance so much. It's all about like the cracking the packs and like getting the value and shit. That's it's a very interesting scene.
And I started opening the packs, and he was like screaming and hooting and hollering every time I pulled something big. He's like, "That's a fucking $70 card," blah 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 blah. And I was like, "God, dude, I haven't opened packs like this in forever." And it just kind of got me back in. And to be honest, I've never played a single community game. Never, not once.
You open a pack and you get one card. It's like, oh, that's cool because this card can go in my deck.
Right.
Whereas like,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Magic Jerks. My name is Editor J, and today, Guy's not with me because he's a jerk, just like the rest of us. Now, I do have a special guest with us today, Magic Dad, AJ. What is up, brother? Tell me how you doing today.
yo, how's it going, man? I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me, dude.
What's up? Welcome to the show. So, you want to battle?
I'm ready. We finally got it all figured out, so I can accept the challenge.
We definitely had some technical difficulties. Now, before we get going, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe, and if you like what we're doing, hit the notification bell and become a jerk yourself so I can play you in Arena and talk mad shit about you. I think I'm going to try this. I can't play that deck, really? Invalid. Okay, hold on. I'm going to edit my deck.
I'm
man.
going historic.
Historic. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's fine. There's one particular card that's getting pulled out of all my decks. Cool. So, you are a content creator.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your channel.
Well, it's the Magic Dad YouTube channel. Real game, no edits is my slogan because I don't know how to do it. So yeah, it's nice to be here on your channel, Editor J. So if I ever do need edits, which probably won't be ever, you'll be the person to go to. Yes, we're playing a match. It feels so good.
I will
I
definitely do that for you.
You are the man. I'm gonna mulligan my hand.
That's great.
And I'm gonna keep this hand. But yeah, so I play exclusively limited on my channel. I do the drafts and sealed if the arena opens can be sealed. I would like to say that I'm kind of like an aspirational player. I'm definitely not like. I would like to say I'm a good player, but at least I can say is I know when I make mistakes. And yeah, just trying to be a good Magic Dad and set a good example, and hopefully somebody can learn something from what I'm doing out there.
Well, I know I sure have. You talked a lot about some stuff on a show we did last week, and I think you know what you're talking about when it comes to limited. I've always been a cash player, so I really always like to try to pick up some info from you guys that know the gaming, the way the gaming, what do you call those? Limited, standard type of things work.
Like the different formats, yeah.
Yeah, formats. That's the word I'm looking for. Jeez, I have another drink. You guys all help me learn, so I think that's pretty awesome. And you're already punching me in the face. So Magic Dad, I assume you got that because you got kids or kid?
Yeah, so my daughter, Amelia, she's 2, she'll be 3 in September, and we are expecting a son in July, end of June, so we're really, really excited.
Real nice, man. So your first boy, huh?
Yeah. So one of each, we're going to have a nice little family, and it's cute. It's everything that we ever wanted.
Oh, so let me ask you a quick question then. How is it raising a tiny human female?
It's good. I mean, she's funny. She can be. She knows what she wants. She's a little bit slow on the speech, which is actually kind of good, I think, for us in just like from a sanity standpoint, because I know people who have kids that are like just very precocious and talk a lot, and that just sounds very difficult. So she's kind of spared us in that regard. But dude, it's fun, man. We hang out, we watch Paw Patrol,
Who's your
color.
favorite? Who's your favorite pup?
Well, I feel like so Amelia definitely likes Marshall the most.
Yeah.
I feel like Sky is by far the best. I feel like she could do everything without the help of anyone else. The cool thing about Paw Patrol is that there was the one episode where they mentioned everyone's greatest fears, and they didn't. And it was about the one kid going to the dentist, and everyone in Paw Patrol showed their greatest fears, which is then referenced through the entire history of Paw Patrol, except Chase. Chase was getting his tooth out, yes, and that was his fear, but it wasn't. That was just his fear for the episode, so they never really touched on his fear. And then in the Paw Patrol movie, it goes into Chase having difficulty with being in the big city and everything. So yeah, I watch kid shows and I have opinions on them.
That's very nice. I hate Bluey. I don't know if you know.
You hate Bluey?
I can't stand Bluey.
Oh man, and the episodes are only like 7 minutes, so it's like, yeah, we can watch one more.
I don't
Amelia
trust
goes,
you.
one more.
I don't trust you at all.
What do you guys? We used to watch a lot of Sesame Street, but
Sesame Street's the it's awesome, but it's just there's so many seasons, man. I don't know where to start.
you definitely don't start at the beginning of Sesame Street. You want to start somewhere in the middle.
Wasn't that like 1951?
Dude, it was like the 60s, though. But yeah, no, definitely want to start a little bit later. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, that's my turn. There you go, Cass.
This is getting for real.
Yeah. So this is like I got a lot of. I really like the ninjas, although I haven't played any. This deck is about ninjas, so I try to like find the cool enter the battlefield cards with this dude that you're killing, this guy you're killing, and Visionary. Whoa.
Sorry about that.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
Yeah. A little bit. We call this deck the Beasties.
A word?
Oh, what's going on? I guess. What's going on here?
What's that?
Oh, okay. Nothing. Big Box Dave was texting me again. So, cool, man. Yeah, we watched Bluey and Paw Patrol, and that's a lot of shit. I guess. Coco Melon. So I have two boys. Oldest is 5. The other one is just barely 2 almost. Not quite there yet. Oh yeah, Ninjutsu. That's why I didn't trust you. I forgot.
Yeah, it's good times.
And suddenly they destroyed. And that was on my turn, wasn't it? Oh no, that's your turn.
No.
I'm distracting myself. Yeah, we like those kind of things. Cocomelon's a little redundant, but it's cool. I like it.
We haven't watched Cocomelon yet.
It's more geared to the babies. I just don't have what I need.
We have seen we have seen it on we got a tablet, and Amelia will just like randomly click on tablet stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's what they do. Yep.
So
right.
that's where we were exposed to Pokemon.
I have a pretty good feeling that I'm dead in the water here.
Oh yeah.
In like 2 seconds. So while you're killing me, when did you get your start in Magic the Gathering?
Well, I first started playing way back in 6th grade. So I'm 37 now.
Oh.
I always say it was sixth grade just because, or I always say it was Ice Age just because I'm pretty sure that that's right when that came out. It could have been Fallen Empires, it could have been Homelands,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just go with Ice Age. I remember sitting at the lunch table and some of the older kids had their decks and they had Shivan Dragon and actually all I remember is Shivan Dragon. And I think I remembered the lands. And I was like, wow, this is so cool and just like seeing the like seeing just like the plains, island, forest, swamp, mountain just like it was like so evocative and the art back then was like so moody and interesting and so I was into it and then I I couldn't get too much into it because it was right when there was like um, Magic got like heat for having demons in
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, I
And
remember
my
that.
mom, yeah, my mom wasn't like feeling that, so it was okay. I didn't really mind much because that was right when the Star Wars collectible card game came out, and she was like, "Yeah, you can totally play that. I don't care." So I, but I always like kept up with Magic and had Magic cards, and I still would play Magic with my friends. And eventually, when I got older, and my mom took me to a local card store, and somebody was trying to sell a box of cards, a big five banger, and we were in there, and my mom was like, "Oh, I'll give you $20 for it." So people in the card store made us go do the deal in the parking lot, but she bought this
Shady.
this nice yeah, right. But I got this nice box of cards, and it was mostly like Mirage, um, alliances, Ice Age stuff. So
Nice.
Visions, start getting into the Weatherlight stuff. So that was kind of where I was at as a kid, and I always like stayed into it. I always stayed kind of like involved with Magic and followed um, the set releases and followed like all the mechanics and everything like that. So I've been in it since sixth grade.
Word, man.
Long story short.
That's fine. You can keep it long. I got in around the same time. I was a freshman in high school, and my boys were playing a game on the steps on the way out. And I said, "What the hell's that crap?" And they're like, "It's magic." I said, "What's magic? Show me." So they showed me a little bit. I thought it was real cool, and I didn't get into it quite yet. And then as I got a little older, ninjutsu coming up. Um, Not quite yet, right? I
Yeah,
got a little.
not if you don't let me.
I got a little old. When I got a little older, a couple years later, I got a job in this restaurant. I worked with this dude, Marcelo, and his cousin. And for like the first 6 months, he kept saying, "Yo, come over to my cousin's house." This is so cheap of me to do, but he said, "Come over to my cousin's house and help us drink this beer." I'm like, "I ain't coming over there, man. I'm 17 years old, you know." Sorry, man.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, this is messed up. This is Guy's favorite deck, by the way. And eventually,
Is this an infinite combo?
huh?
Is this an infinite combo?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
oh.
I don't play that kind of way.
Okay, no,
I,
I
I
see,
do
I
have
see.
I do have one deck with one infinite in it. I usually don't mess around with that. I do that as a backup plan, like I'm definitely gonna lose. I better play this thing. So they like kept pushing and pushing. I said, "All right, I'll come by." I got to the top of the steps, and I said, him and the dude's cousin and this dude were playing Magic. I said, "Oh shit," And I had bought a couple of starter packs, you know what I mean, of Ice Age. I'm sorry, Revised. And I had a few Ice Age cards laying around in like a tiny Nike shoebox. And I like ran down the stairs and I hopped in my little Honda CRV and sped 3 blocks down the street. I must have been going 99 miles an hour. And I like rushed home, ran in the house, grabbed the box. What am I doing there? Let's take those guys out of there. Let's just, yeah, you get to keep that guy. And I like drove back at 90 miles an hour and ran up the stairs and just, you know, threw together whatever I had. We just played Magic all night long, and then we played every Sunday since then, you know, for a long, long time.
That's like super cool that you had like. So you had like. I never really had a group of friends that like played Magic when I was growing up. It was just kind of like, if I could, like in Boy Scouts we played it. I had like one friend that played it, and I don't know. I could never really. Oh no, I don't have enough mana. I have to concede this game. Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
I have Ugin.
I really hate that guy. It's my least favorite planeswalker in the world. You just board wiped in 2 seconds. The swarm is not the primary threat in that deck, believe it or not.
Word? Dude, I remember when I thought that Scoot Swarm was like overpowered and annoying and terrible, and then they did Alchemy, and now it's like Scoot Swarm is fine. It's just like a normal card. It's okay.
Right. Tough decision.
This is a good match.
I like it when it goes 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, I like having a group. Like, you know, me and these dudes. There was always one kid. This kid Bobby Kraft is way better than us. Always, he's just real smart, you know, and he didn't have to try hard to find synergy or cards that worked well together, and he would destroy us. But what made it special was he would help us and trade cards with us to make our decks better, you know, until we could compete. Sadly, we all had kids move far away and whatnot, and one of our original jerks passed away last year of unknown cause. Kid was funny as hell, man.
Damn, bro.
Doing arena things. What's on the shelf above your head? Is that BB-8 right there?
Oh yeah, it is BB-8. My buddy gave me like a lamp or something, but I just left it as BB-8, just chilling.
Are you a fan?
Comic book of Star Wars? Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah?
I made an entire Star Wars custom Magic set.
Did you really? I think I saw that. You had a video about that, right?
I shared it in a bunch of places.
Maybe I saw it on Facebook.
I have it pinned at the top of my page. And yeah, I just like came up with all the son of a bitch, bro. I just came up with all the designs, but you know, it ended up being most of the designs are just like, you know, Doomblade on a stick, or like everything on a stick, or you know, like Time Stop on a stick, and you know, and it was just all like legendary creatures, but it was all like top-down designs. So okay, I'm gonna make Darth Vader. What would that be like? And just coming up with that, and
cool.
It took me like 6 months because I was using one of the bad like card editors, and it was just like a pretty janky setup. So like, if you ever made a mistake, like you couldn't go back and edit it. You just had to make the card from scratch.
Rough.
So after lots and lots of remakes and a couple concessions and like cards that I was just like, I'm not going in and capitalizing that. Like I'm not doing it. I don't care. So yeah, it's a fun journey, and I want to like print it out and sleeve it up and give it a whirl one of these days. But yeah, if anybody wants to check it out, they're all there. You can have them and share them with your friends and play. And oh my gosh, I was thinking about putting this card in the deck. This card's good.
Which one?
Ren and 7.
I love Ren and 7, dude. Ren and 7 is my guy. Excuse me. Dude, I'm like a Star Wars fanatic. How do you feel about the sequel trilogy?
Yeah, it's pretty garbage, right? Like, just not good. Um, I was trying to give it like the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, like it's history repeating itself or
Right.
something, But I don't know. It's just kind of whack, right? Like,
A little bit.
The forest.
and then like the second movie was like none of the characters developed at all. And yeah,
was tough.
I mean, it was Star Wars. It's definitely like a high quality movie.
Mm-hmm.
Cool to watch, but kind of a bummer. What do you think about? Have you been watching the Mandalorian and Boba Fett?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will give up my children to continue watching stuff like that. It is by far redemption for Star Wars for me. I think Filoni and Favreau should have been at the helm the whole time and should be for the foreseeable future because those guys can tell a story, if you ask me.
Oh yeah,
God.
I saw a little document, like a short little 8-minute documentary with the composer, whoever is in charge of the score of the Mandalorian, and it was a pretty cool watch. Talking about like those for the like the signature little line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
I love that guy. He's very good and exciting that John Williams is going to score the Kenobi series,
Yes, dude. Oh,
which is
John
amazing.
Williams is Star Wars, right?
Absolutely.
Now, did he also did Harry Potter, right? Or like one of them?
I think he
Did he
did
do
one
like
of
one or
them.
two of the Harry Potter? Yeah,
He might
yeah.
have done. He might have done more than that.
Or like he did a few, and they just like kept reusing the tracks and stuff.
I might have
But,
to fact check that.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I'm just saying stuff, dude.
I might have to Joe Rogan that one. Jamie, look up John Williams, Harry Potter. Thank you. Is that his name? I don't. Shit. Sad to see you go, elves. So what made you start a YouTube channel, bro?
I don't know. It was just kind of always something that I thought I could do, and I thought would be worth doing, in the sense that like I feel like for what I do, and I always when new sets would drop, I would be working, and I would be at my job on the phone, and I'd have my little headset, and I had my secret little headphone headset sneaking up through the ear, and then
Yeah.
I'd have my phone in my desk, and I'd be watching, like LSV or Reed Duke or Newmont, Kenji. Here, let me switch decks here. So maybe I can also mention this is that Magic is not free. I mean, it can be, right? It is a free-to-play game. But, like, to do drafts and stuff, that can be super expensive. And I used to play Magic online, and, dude, I had my credit card number memorized, and I would just go draft. And it's like, oh, sweet, I won that draft, so I got all these packs. Let's do another draft. Oh, well, I only got 2 wins in that, but I pulled this rare that was worth, like, 6 tickets. So then I can just... And I have a couple packs left over, so I just need, like, 3 tickets to enter this next draft, and then I would just, like, chain it all together. So anyway, Arena came out, and I was stoked. I was like, this is cool. I can play a different, like, faster interface and do it. And then... pandemic hit, and It's okay that I tell a nice long story because arena's loading and it's going to take at least 5 actual minutes. Uh, so the pandemic hit, and so I'll switch back to face cam so I can see your lovely face again.
Oh
And
God, God help
yeah,
you.
so they gave everyone a free draft token. Um, and at that time, I had 2 arena accounts just to like kind of grind more gold and stuff. And I noticed that I got a draft token on each account, so I was like, "Word, well, I should make more accounts." So I have 59 arena accounts, and it happened. It all happened when Ikoria was released, and in Ikoria, you could force red-white cycling, and the red-white cycling deck was like insane, and you could just do it and get like 6 or 7 wins without even trying, and it was just disgusting. So I turned my draft tokens into 2,200 gems, and then I think that I probably went back and ran it back a few times because forcing cycling in that set was crazy. But anyway, like as the sets keep coming out, I just like would keep doing drafts, and I don't win all the time, but I would say I win more often than not. So I have all these accounts with all these gems on them, so I can do as many drafts as I want without having to pay for it. So that's kind of the first starting point of an arena account where I'm not going to play. I don't play standard or anything. And if I were to play standard, I'd have to pay money because you'd have to
Right.
get the wild cards. Right, exactly. So, doing just this, it's what I like to do. I like playing limited the most, just because drafting is the best. It's so much fun. I love deck building, and standard and any established constructed format is basically just like playing the meta. And if you really do want to succeed, you do need to look at like what are the best decks and who's piloting them. And you can't really like brew a deck. You can like right when formats change, but we're talking you're competing with like the best players in the world with that. So that's why I like limited, because it's like, oh, I get to just make my own deck out of this, and there's nothing else to compare it to except for what my impressions of the format are. So
Right.
I feel like, yeah. So I do my videos like right when the sets drop, because I feel like that's when I have my the biggest advantage, because I've been playing Magic for so long, and I do a lot of homework, um, and I'm a stay-at-home dad, so I'm able to figure out times that I'm able to get away and make videos. And prior to this, with Amelia, my daughter being only 2.5, there was time when all these accounts, when I made all the accounts, she was still in her little hexagon, walking around playing with stuff. So I was just playing. I was ripping drafts every day, just all day long. And now I don't have as much time, but I still
Now
have
they want
plenty
to
of time
play.
to do it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm used to talking. I've been in a band for 10 years now, on and off. So it's more than 10 years actually, but it was just kind of a natural fit for me. So I had a couple friends, Isaac and Zach, back in the day, and I would play with them. And this was like around Lorwyn, when Lorwyn, Shadowmoor, more Eventide, whatever,
It was Eventide.
Morningtide, yeah,
Morning time.
yeah. Morningtide.
Little-
It was
little
four. It
circle
was
with
four
the-
then, right?
Yeah, the little circle with the fire over it. I think
Yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
symbol.
Yeah, so we did regionals for that. We drove to Pittsburgh, and I was playing a Breon Stout Arm deck with like Scuzzback Marauders, the 5/2 trample persist. So Breon could like throw them and then they'd persist. And then I'd like put Loxodon on Warhammer on Breon Stout Arm so it would deal lifelink or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But obviously it was terrible. But I play tested with these dudes, and we played so much like when we were making those runs, and I lost every game all the time. And that was a huge like level up for me to like understand like when you cast Brainstorm, like when you have like a fetch land, or it just or even a more base thing like using your second main phase
Yeah.
in Magic. It's like,
That was like
oh, okay.
it was something you got to figure out. Like early days, you didn't use that phase at all. You didn't even know what that phase was.
Right.
Now
And not
you know, and you use it.
exactly. So, it was. I've seen myself develop as a Magic player, and I'm a big fan of limited resources, and going optimal on YouTube. In Spain, one of the original hosts from Limited Resources and Limited Resources with Marshall Sutcliffe and Luis Scott Vargas. Just like those are, I always just like shill for those channels because they're the best, and they teach a lot of the fundamentals of playing limited. And I guess I'm like an acolyte of them, and I'm just trying to provide more content. So like, if a set drops and you want to do a draft but you don't know, you just finished watching the Channel Fireball video with Reed Duke. There's nothing else to watch. Well, hey, I got a channel and I'm doing drafts here and there, and it's just another way to experience the format before you dive in and spend your 1,500 gems or 10,000 gold that you grinded up. And
Right.
you may not be everyone's free to play may not be my free to play. So
Right.
as many drafts that you can crack, as many play chances to see like what other decks are being played, I think that can help.
I think so too, man. Everybody watching, please, check out AJ's channel at Magic Dad at YouTube.
You gotta search for Magic Dad AJ, because if you
Let's
just
do
search
that.
Magic Dad, it's like sleight of hand. You gotta search
Right.
Magic Dad AJ. Let me
Word.
send you my new gamer tag here, okay?
Yep.
Um,
And while we do that, everybody check out Magic Dad AJ on YouTube. I've watched a great many of his videos. I think this channel has lots of potential, and you can learn quite a bit about these limited drafts on Magic Arena. It's very entertaining and very, very informative. So check him out.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Try
And while
that.
you're at
See
it,
if that
yeah.
works. There's like
do
spaces
we
in
got?
there. I sent it in the chat.
Yeah.
So the reason why there was the pause is because I have all these accounts, right? But they all don't have, they all have limited resources because I'm free to play. So, what I do on every account, you type in all the codes like play mid, play vow, for this one, play Neo, and you get 3 packs of each thing. So you just keep cracking the packs on Arena until you get enough wild cards. There we go. To craft the deck that you want. Thing is, I play all monocolored decks because I don't have a lot of. I at most have 4 mythics and like usually like 8 to 12 rares. So like dual lands are kind of not on the menu for me. But this is another deck that I have. That was a ninjutsu deck, green ninjutsu deck. This is a white kind of like garbagey version of the same thing. But you got to challenge me because I can't. It says that I am offline. Oh, there it is.
Done.
Because Arena is such a great program.
Has its moments.
Yeah, man, with the channel, it's kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone thing for me, man. Like, because it takes a lot of time to like play and focus on a draft anyway. So
Yeah.
I might as well make a video while I'm doing
I
it.
agree.
And
So-
just share it out there.
Let me ask you about your process. So I've watched a good many of these videos. What is the process that goes through your mind? Like, what are your thoughts right before you? What steps are you taking, I guess I would say, that help you decide what your colors are going to be? At the
Okay,
end of
well
it?
that's a good question. Definitely like the biggest part before I go into a draft, like for the first ever Neon Dynasty draft, I'll look at mythicspoiler.com I also think I heard that Scryfall.com is a good one. Anyway, wherever you find the whole spoiler, the whole set list, look at the whole thing. These days, if I don't have a lot of, I don't have as much time as I used to back in the day. Oh, Ruin Crab, huh?
Yeah.
That's gotta go, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, you get something for it. It's okay.
Oh, thank you.
It's a very friendly spell. What are we talking about? I got derailed.
We're talking about how many cards you're about to mill. All 6
no.
of them.
Oh, we're talking about like how I prepare. So I look at the whole set.
How do you choose your colors? Also, prepare colors, whatever.
Yeah.
What's your process?
Like mostly I'll look at like the commons and uncommons to know like what to expect from the set. And then also this is all pre-draft stuff. I watch limited resources. They do the set reviews, and a lot of different channels do set reviews. So if other people have different like creators or people that they're fans of that do it, you know, any information dump on these kind of things can be useful. So I get an idea of like what's going on in the set ahead of time, and then I go in and it's kind of like it's a philosophy of like drafting the hard way, where you can't really go in with the preconceived notions of what you want to draft, unless, like I was mentioning before, like with Ikoria, where red-white cycling was like super broken and you knew you could get into it.
Right, or the green-red werewolves or whatever from the Crimson Vow.
See,
Crimson Innistrad.
Yeah, I get those two. Now that we're so far away, Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow are just like a mush in my brain.
Yeah.
So I can't. I don't know the difference with them.
They're
anymore.
just awful.
But yeah, well, those were really hard sets too because they had so many bomb rares that you could be like playing a game, and then someone drops a card that if you don't answer right away, you lose the game. Or
right.
In an even better scenario, if you don't answer within 2 turns, within like a draw step, then you lose. And that's a really demoralizing feeling. It sucks.
Very.
But with Neon Dynasty, it was not like that. It was a very like commons and uncommons driven format. So just like to go back to like what you're looking for in a draft, I'd say right away you want to start and look for removal. That's one of the most important things. Like this right here. This is. I wish I could remove your Ruin Crab, but I'm going to remove this enchantment instead. But yeah, removal is really important because it's like a proven commodity.
Yeah.
You know that it's always going to be good, and it's always a baseline good thing to play.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider that you might want to take over removal would be a ridiculous busted rare, like we were talking about, like Dreadfeast Demon, or like Toxrill, or like the crazy ridiculous busted win the game on the spot cards. So that would be another thing to look out for. And then, after that, you got to keep in mind just generally powerful cards, like something like I have out here on the battlefield, Spirited Companion, the 1/1 for 1 and a white enchantment creature. It enters the battlefield and you draw a card. So right there, that's a 2 for 1. So you play the card and it replaces itself in your hand. So traditionally, to a new player, someone might not understand like how just drawing a card off playing a card. But hey, there you go. You just got a 5 for 1.
Right.
So I have actually started to pivot to try and inform more beginner to intermediate players, because I am an intermediate player. So I think that my content can kind of like be one of the stepping stones to somebody like getting a little bit better at draft. But yeah, definitely start with removal, maybe some bomb rares, and then like super efficient, like good creatures, like 2-mana 2/2s, or creatures that replace themselves with cool effects like this. That's my pick order.
I like it. That was free advice, everybody.
Well, it's nothing that ain't been said before. Oh, well, looks like I have a brick wall here.
So, I gotta clear my throat.
Also, my channel is not sponsored by Poland Spring, but I wish it was.
But yeah, what? You said that before.
Yeah, that's one of my slogans.
Should be. Because
Exactly.
you're always thirsty, right?
Yo,
Everybody wants a little bit of water.
Stay thirsty.
Stay thirsty, friends.
So that was like my fake ninjutsu creature.
So, you can spit some rhymes there, dude.
Oh yes, I am in a band. I've been doing music since I was in high school. Since I was a sophomore in high school.
Are you the vocalist? Do you have any instrument other than wait? You played synths at some point?
Yeah, I did, but I wasn't even like I wasn't even the best synth player in my own band. So I am a rapper. I've been a rapper since high school. I made my own CDs. I started as a producer. I made my own beats. I started with Acid Pro 2.0 way back in the day.
Oh wow, that goes back.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Doing it with that, and then I started using Reason to like generate the tones, and that's like kind of how I leveled up. And I made a bunch of beats and worked with a bunch of rappers, and then eventually like did my own solo stuff. And then eventually, I ended up linking up with this one band, and met my buddies Tony and Scotty, and from there, I just kind of like, and my buddy Darth Dan too. My friends that I've known, for a decade at this point, more than that, and I kind of got myself onto one of their little shows, and never looked back. And
Nice.
just one day I ended up hanging out. I was actually, I mentioned my buddy Isaac, my friend who was playing Magic with. We were hanging, and we were in the area, so I stopped by over at my boy Darth Dan and Scotty were living together, and they were talking about doing D&D. And I was like, yeah, man, let's play D&D, man. I miss you guys. Haven't seen you in a little bit. And then we just kind of like stayed friends throughout there. Never played D&D. And then one day it was just like, hey, we're starting a band. I don't know if you want to get in on this, or if you think that you'd be able to do this, but you should come down. So I had a couple keyboards that I had bought. I had a Micro Korg, and I had an Alesis Micron, and I went down to practice, and I made sure to not press any buttons when I wasn't 100% sure what the notes were. And then my buddies were like, Scotty and Tony, they were like, yo, man, like, you should rap, you should do one of your verses here, let's see what everybody thinks about it. And so I did that, and everybody was like, oh hell yeah, we got to do this. So I was in a band called Whiskey Reverb for, I don't know, like 8 years. It seems like it was like 8 years, and then there's a little gap in between. And now I'm in a band called Embros 2099, kind of like a legacy band of like old school buddies who had been around since the old days, and now we got a new lineup again for like the 100th time, and
That's the way it goes.
we're actually getting tighter up right now. Yeah, but so I don't play synths anymore. I'm just the lead vocalist of this band. So in Whiskey Reaver, I played synths and I rapped, but our band was like, it wasn't like a rap band. It was just like whatever. It was like a whole mix of genres, but I wasn't like the main front man of the band. At first, I would just play keys, and then eventually it got to the point where I didn't even play keys anymore, and I was doing like 50-50 frontman duties. But now with Embros, it's 100% frontman duties, and we got a sick lineup now, and we're finally took a break because of COVID and everything, and we're finally gonna be hopefully playing a gig this summer. So looking forward to that.
Right, man. You let me know when that is. I will come see that show. Because let me tell you, I think, and I don't say this lightly about a white boy, but you got some talent, man. I was enjoying the little clip that I saw. I caught that on your Facebook page.
Like from practice, like I'm wearing like my practice gear or whatever.
Yeah, you kind of look like kind of silly, but no, I'm just kidding, man. You got some talent, man. I was enjoying the band has a nice groove to it. Like I myself am a drummer, so I can get into that music behind you, and really listen to that. And I was really like, yeah, man, I enjoyed that stuff. It's got some groove, some good dynamics, and your verses are pretty tight, man. Like I was impressed to say the least.
Thank you,
I was
bro.
very impressed. Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you can check out if you look up Whiskey Reverb on YouTube. There, like all of our old stuff is there. You can check it out, see what my band was doing. We got a lot of live shows on there you can see, which is pretty cool. We played a lot of gigs, so it's nice that they're. I've actually downloaded a few things. I need to download more because, I don't want the stuff to get lost to time, Yeah,
no,
it's just crazy. Man. Like spending so much time on the road. Yeah, man. Oh, this thing's got vigilance, bro. Okay, I see what's going on here.
So where do you what do you draw most of your inspiration from when you're writing lines?
Yeah, that's a really good question because like recently, I've actually mentioned like to the boys and everybody, like, and to my wife, like, yeah, like I don't really have anything to like rap about, It's just like when I was younger, I had stuff to rap about because I was like a rapper, and you can talk about rap things and smoking dope and partying, man, and
right,
stuff like that. So, but these days, it's that is a harder thing to do, harder to nail down, and in music in general, actually, it's really hard. I think it's either George Clinton or Bootsy Collins who said it. My buddy Jamie, one of the original frontmen in Whiskey Reverb, good friend back in the day. What is happening here? What is this, dude?
Rise of the Dark Realms.
So it was one of those Parliament dudes. Either, whoa, bro. Okay. So it was either George Clinton or Bootsy Collins that says it's so hard to like write a song that's not about love, or something like, or rather like, it's so easy to write a song about love because it's so universal.
That seems.
And yeah, I don't think I can win this game, bro.
I don't know anymore.
I don't have any rats.
I'm gonna discard like 9 cards.
But yeah, man, writing music's hard. So our new song that we're working on is called "Embros Gonna Make You Feel Real Trippy," So like, I don't know. It's like MBGF. I don't know. We're getting real like avant-garde. We're just using an acronym, and it's just like kind of a party song or whatever. And
Yeah.
so that's just like an easy, like safe thing to do. I don't think there's. Let's just go to the next game.
Next game.
Yeah. And yeah. But yeah, that's always a difficult thing. I wrote a song called "Cute Stuff" previously, like one of my more recent songs that I had written, and "Cute Stuff" it was kind of like an ode to my wife, my then girlfriend, Jenna, aka Mommy Magic, and it was just like like a cute song about just doing cute stuff, and the chorus is just like people fight and people lie, but all we do is cute stuff, and people break laws and people break hearts, but all we do is cute stuff. And just I don't know, not trying to like overcomplicate a song about cute stuff, but
Yeah, it's just a catchy hook.
yeah,
right?
but it was just something that was like like in the cute stuff, like dogs, even though our dogs are annoying, but dogs are cute, brunch is cute, and just cute stuff. But since then, like recently, what even is there to write about? So we'll see. I think these days, when we get to another song soon, after we get all tight and get this new one going, it's probably going to be something along the lines of feeling the groove first, and just like working with the band and feeling what the musicians want to do, and then just like going from there.
Well, they got some serious grooves. So when you come out with your first CD, I will be there to buy it.
Yo, show, dude. It's not about CDs though, man. You can't drop. I don't have it. I don't have.
You don't drop CDs anymore?
Nah, dude. It's all about singles, man.
Oh, when you drop your first
singles.
When you drop your first MP3, I will.
Yes.
I will download that son of a bitch.
No doubt. Yeah, man. I'll let you know.
What was I just had a question for you about this musical stuff. What?
Yeah.
What do you think? Who's like your idol when it comes to like hip hop? And I mean, you got into hip hop probably at a young age. You're a rapper.
Yeah.
Who was your inspiration to get you kind of into that kind of thing?
So a few different inspirations for me, like from like a production side. I was always into like Timbaland, Manny Fresh, Just Blaze, and like Kanye. More, but like less Just Blaze and Kanye. More Kanye than Just Blaze, because I was never really into the East Coast sample sound. I really like the Dirty South. The way a lot of the Dirty South music is made, there's no samples, so it's all like just original composed music. Whereas, so like, also, sorry, don't want to leave out Dr. Dre, of course.
Yeah. That's like
But Dre,
production.
yeah, Dre, similar to somebody on the East Coast, he used a lot of samples. Dre used all the the Parliament samples, and that's where a lot of his and Snoop Dogg's like signature style come from. It's all Parliament. So I was really into like Dirty South, and Timbaland being he's from Virginia, I think, so like still part of the Dirty South, but Timbaland just like one of the best producers of his time. So yeah, like as far, and like the Neptunes, like NERD was sweet back in the day for sure. Their band was pretty ill, so I guess that can be like a little bit of inspiration for me as well. But then like as far as rappers go, like my favorite rappers growing up, or like rappers that I would say that I kind of like tried to emulate their style, um, would be like Exhibit, um, Method Man, Redman. Definitely like some of my favorite rappers. I mean, like, of course, like Tupac and Jay-Z and Eminem, but I mean, all to a lesser degree.
Yeah.
I would say it from them, and then also I had took a later when I got into the band, I took a lot more inspiration from like Taylor Swift. She did like a lot of like very simple music and was like really successful with it. And
Yeah.
she put like a lot of honesty into her music, and I thought that was really like mind blowing for me. And like her positivity and the way that she like presented herself to the world and like treated her fans and stuff. So like later I became like more of like trying to emulate her style in that way. So yeah, those are my inspirations.
It's pretty eclectic. Definitely interesting. That's pretty awesome, man. To mix it up like that, to add that different, I mean, totally different genre into that mix of artists, man. That's crazy. That's awesome.
And the rock too.
Yeah, gotta get a little bit of that.
Obviously.
The band, that band, from the one thing I heard, you guys get a lot of groove.
Oh, good looks, man. Yeah, man. When you get a chance, check out some of the Whiskey Reverb stuff and some of the live stuff. You can see what we got into.
Yeah, no doubt.
We busted
No
our
doubt,
butts,
for
man.
Sure. It does Mommy Magic play Magic?
No, but she plays
No.
music. She was a bass player in Ambrose at some point, and she is in this band called Makara's Pen. They're a very successful shoegaze band, so you can check out them
what's
too.
that one?
Yeah, Makara's Pen.
Like
I'll give it to you.
MCCARA?
MAKARASPEN. So
I
like,
was way off.
yeah. So they're a shoegaze band, and Jenna's the lead singer. They do a lot of like recordings. They were more active in the past, but they still get it popping, and they got a really big following. So yeah, but she doesn't play Magic though. But we are going to play D&D this Friday actually. So we'll see if maybe any of those peeps will bust out some decks, and maybe she'll get intrigued there.
That'll be fun. Nothing like D&D either, though. D&D's a good time. I played like 7 total times in my life, but I always had a blast.
I've only played once, but it's so sweet, and it's like I could definitely see like the potential of where it could go and the more fun that you can have with it.
So have you heard of Heroescape?
Bro, dude, Heroescape
Yeah?
is amazing. So
Isn't it?
after my run with Magic, I had a 5-color control deck with 4 cryptic commands, ridiculous dual mana base, the filter lands and everything, reflecting pools, and then I went to a tournament and lost to Jund brutally.
Yeah.
So tilted super hard. Me and my buddy Isaac sold all of our cards at this store and just bought Heroescape stuff. And we just kind of like shared them together, but he ended up spending a lot more on it over time, so I just kind of like let him keep it all. I haven't seen him in a while. He's got 2 daughters, but they're a little bit older than Amelia, but I've been meaning to hit the dude up and get back into it, dude, because Heroescape is so amazing. You're talking about with the plastic hex tiles, right?
Yeah, that game is fire.
Do you play it now? Have you played it recently?
No,
Do you have
I
access?
haven't.
Oh,
No, the same. I'll tell you the story. The same group the same magic pod they call it now, right? Pod or some shit. The same magic group I was playing with. The dude bought a few pieces, so he set up a little scenario and, you know, a map, and we picked out our little characters, and he started with, like, you know, 20 characters or whatever. And, you know, we had a good time because we just wanted to play something different. We've been playing Magic all this time. We knew each other's decks in and out. You know, and it was just kind of getting stale for a little bit, so we tried Heroescape out, and we all loved it, you know. So he bought up a ton, and I'm talking a ton of pieces and characters, and like we made little trees, and he painted them, and like they look like real fucking trees. So he took the trees that the game came with, and he added all this interesting little fuzzy stuff to them that made them look real. Like, it was crazy what he did. And he took pool table felt, and he felted all the hexagon spots. So it's grass. He added rocks to like mountainous area. Like, it almost became like this three-dimensional. Not that it wasn't to begin with, but he just added this other whole nother level to the game. And we played that for like, I don't even know, a year straight. And by far one of the funnest, most entertaining games we've ever played. And we would just sit for 5-6 hours a night, just crossing the traverse with our little guys, trying to kill each other with the one dragon in the back. and shooting at each other with ghosts. No, we kind of, yeah. We would yeah, we did it. We passed around a pile of cards, and we'd look through and pick one and pass the deck of cards on around the table till we had our characters. And then, like, I don't know if you remember these two little characters. I think there were 3 dudes in white suits or black suits, and we used to call them the MIB.
Oh, yeah,
and,
for sure.
We'd roll out. Will Smith is moving 2 spots.
They had like some sort of like shadow step maneuver. Like they had like shadow step or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was it too. It's just such a great game, dude. And like,
there was the one archer with like the mad crazy range, and he could shoot twice or something.
I think it was like 7, dude.
Yeah.
I saw this dude. So the kids' names are Bobby Kraft, AB, Excel, Mr. Guy. Let me think who else shows up with these things. We had a kid named Crummy, another kid Badam. So we had like 6 people playing this game. AB died recently, and we all got together after the funeral, had a couple drinks talking, and we were talking about getting back together, getting some Heroescape and some Magic playing. And Bobby Kraft was saying he's got all the pieces still. He's got everything. Trying to buy a house so that we can have a big place to play. I was like, dude, just bring this shit to my house, man. I'm always down. So we were hoping to get Heroescape going, dude. That game is awesome, in my opinion.
Bro, I will get on a plane to come, bro.
It is 6 hours
so
drive.
Fun.
6 hours tops to get here.
Yeah, you think so? I don't know, bro.
So, alright. Magic Dad is in Buffalo, which is a whole nother topic for another discussion. For those of you watching. By the way, subscribe to Magic Dad. Search for Magic Dad AJ, and give us a sub, give us a like, and you know, I just had to throw that in there. Anyway, AJ here is in Buffalo, and I used to. Did you ever hear of Cutco?
Cutco?
Yeah, it's a knife. It's like a knife company. And in my college,
it's like cooking knives and stuff.
Yeah,
like, chef knives.
Yeah, they're made with like some fancy steel with a full tang and yada yada yada. So I used to, in my college years, I used to cold sell, like door to door sell these kitchen knife sets that were more expensive than any knife set you could possibly imagine.
Wow.
And I did it for one summer, and one of our trips was to Buffalo, New York, which happens to be the last time. That's not true, actually. I went there. I went to Niagara for my honeymoon, and I spent some time out there.
And Niagara Falls is nice.
I forget what I was in New York for, though. Niagara's in fucking... I went to Detroit, and then went to Niagara. Anyway, long story short, we went to Buffalo for this, like, you know those sales meetings where they brainwash you. We went to one of them.
Sure. You go to a hotel and you sit in the conference center.
You sit and have meetings, and then you get drunk after and hook up with all the business girls. Did I say that? From wherever they were from, and then you forget them. We went to Buffalo, and the one place I really loved. We went out until like 4 in the morning. We drank Labatt Blue for $1 a bottle.
Oh yeah.
Trashed for cheap money. And yeah, Buffalo, New York was the best time of my life.
4 a.m., bro.
It was amazing. Just get rid of the Buffalo Bills, and it would be a great place to live. You're welcome.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Low cost of living. Nice people, I guess, for the most part.
Yeah. I never met a bad person out there.
We got good food, though.
Most definitely, and I'm not even just talking about wings.
Oh, bro, yeah, it's off the chain. We got everything.
I'm like a self-proclaimed foodie. I've been a chef for like 20 years, and all I ever do when I go places is seek out and find the craziest stuff. That's a good question. What kind of like out there foods are there around your area? What's kind of like the go-to meals, or the weird places, or like just staple Buffalo fare?
Sure, yeah. So like obviously it's wings. First of all, you gotta mention it. Duff's is the place to go. It's the only place to go. Duff's is really bomb, but like a real close place for wings that like close to Duff's, but it's not. The reason why it's not as popular is that the flavor is not what you would expect from like a hot wing. It's this place called Bar Bill in East Aurora. Their wings are insanely. They're so good. Their hot is so spicy, but it's like kind of sweet. And I like to drink. You gotta get a pitcher because you gotta drink 1 beer per wing. That's the way you gotta get it done. So Bar Bill in East Aurora is dope. They also do a very good beef on whack. So beef on whack is like, have you heard of this food before?
Not yet. I'm hoping to hear about it right now, sir.
All right. So beef on whack. So do you know what a Kimmelweck roll is?
I wish I did.
Okay. So a Kimmelweck roll is just like a standard like a hamburger, like a big hamburger roll, but the top of it has like rye and salt and I think some other whatever Kimmelweck seed, caraway seed, some other kind of some other kind of seeds, and so that's the roll that it's on, and so it's like roast beef that's like nice and thinly sliced for a sandwich with some au jus and some horseradish. So that's like a staple of Buffalo food. There's a lot of different places that do that. There's a really good place called Grover's that makes just amazing hamburgers, amazing cheeseburgers, whatever. That's in Amherst. They only take cash. Some of these places they only take cash. So that's good to keep in mind. As far as like off the wall food, we do have like a lot of like international cuisine in Buffalo, because we've got like a lot of a big immigrant population downtown. So if you can think of it, Buffalo's got it. The kind of thing where like New York City used to have, like, if you wanted to go get Ethiopian, the only way to do that would be at New York City, like in New York City, at least living in Buffalo.
Right.
But it's all here now. We got Burmese, just everything, anything under the sun. You can find like a small place that does it. But as far as like super sleeper joints that people don't know about, Buffalo Pizza just really is the best. Um, it's better than anything. Although I will say Chicago pizza is really great. Like the deep dish pizza, Pizzeria Uno, that shit is the bomb.
I
But
used to work there.
oh really?
Yeah, a long time.
But and you know actually, the franchise isn't that far from like what regular Pizzeria Uno in Chicago is. It's like
It's not.
pretty much
It's
the same.
pretty close.
Yeah. But Buffalo Pizza's the bomb, dude. But aside from Buffalo Pizza, have you ever been to Lockport in Buffalo? Have you ever heard of Lockport?
No, sir, I haven't.
All right, yo. So Lockport, like back in the heyday of the Erie Canal, Lockport was actually like a poppin' city. Um, it wasn't until it got diverted that Buffalo really became a bigger city than Lockport. So Lockport is there's kind of like there's a lot of different like in the whole metropolitan area, but Lockport is it's kind of isolated from everything else. It's kind of like one way in, one way out on each side, um, and they have some of the best pizza in the entire area. They got this place called Stevie V's. They do a nice sweet sauce,
Oh.
kind of New York style. It's a sweet sauce, and then this place called Pizza Oven, and that is like it's like a buffalo sweet sauce pizza, but very thin. Ah, dude, there's no way I'm winning this game.
Sure there is. We know where we're going to see. No, wait. We know who we're going to see when we just get to Buffalo. Play some magic and heroes. I'm going to have you take us around town.
Oh, dude,
Do I want planes? Yes, sure.
and that's just dinner. We haven't even talked about breakfast. So
This is a special
There's-
breakfast?
there's breakfast places. There's fast food like local to Buffalo. Did you ever go to Mighty Taco? When you were up here, maybe in Niagara Falls. No, I don't think there's a Mighty Taco up there. Mighty
No,
Taco is really good.
I took a trip. Alright, so do you remember when Metallica did their Orion Festival up in Michigan? Do you recall that time frame? They did it in Detroit.
Okay, no.
No, it was like, it's probably been 7 or 8 years now.
I'm gonna switch accounts.
Cool. I got another trio of games worth of questions to go.
Cool.
So anyway, my wife and I, Metallica was doing their Orion Festival, and I had always complained about missing the first one in Tennessee, because I'm like, if I'm a fan of anything, hugely, it's Star Wars, and the only equal to that is Metallica. Like, Metallica's my band. Like, I've been following those guys since the early 90s. Those are the bands. That's the band that you listen to the music, and it just gets you through the thick and thin of life, you know? And I know
sure.
every word, every beat, every note, every little live show screaming that the dudes do, and every little filler, vocals, and all that. Long story short, we went to Michigan. We drove up through all the states. You know, we went through New York. We stopped in Buffalo on the way home. And you may want to settle a debate for me, actually.
Sure.
Who made wings first? Was it Anchor Bar or the place across the street?
So Anchor Bar claims to be like the first wings, and they might be. They're definitely not the best. I just want to mention that they're by far from the best.
We weren't. I don't think we were that like.
There.
We weren't We weren't terribly impressed.
Yeah,
To be totally honest.
I heard that it was something like it was. I don't know if it was necessarily at a restaurant at first. It was like somebody's mom or something would make them for them. It was some sort of like tale like that, where it was like somebody's mom made them because they had leftovers, and then it ended up just becoming a thing somehow. So I think that Anchor Bar probably stole it from this dude's mom. That's my answer.
It's a good story. I like it.
Hmm. It's most likely true.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to share that one. Are you into? Let's see. Are you into bourbon or whiskeys or what's your drink of choice?
Sure. So I used to be. You're talking about blue. I used to be into Labatt Blue for sure. But I was drinking heady beers for a while. Then I realized I just can't do that anymore. Um, I do like drinking like a Manhattan or like an old fashioned or something. I like
Ooh,
to go to like a whiskey bar where they offer like cocktails like that. Um, as far as like what I'm looking forward to drinking, so I've been enjoying like semi sobriety during my wife's pregnancy.
I'm with you.
So what I'm really looking forward to though is like drinking some red wine. That's like
Really?
that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Like I could give up everything else, but I just like drinking wine. I like drinking wine and eating.
That's cool. No, I got nothing but respect for that.
You drink whiskey?
Yes, in fact, I do enjoy Blackened, which is Metallica's
Oh, okay.
name brand. Now, I'll tell you about that. So, it's just one of those things you got to try when your favorite band's Metallica, right? And
No
I
doubt.
wasn't really like confident about it. Like I didn't know if it was gonna be like awesome or terrible. Like when bands put out a product, it's shit. But this particular one, I mean, it's more like a bourbon. So my wife bought me like an online live concert that they did during when the pandemic first hit, and like came with a I guess the bottle of whiskey came with that and a T-shirt. And
Nice.
I thought that was the coolest thing in the world because I'm like, oh, at least I still get to see the boys. And we just drank we drank the bottle like in a night. I don't know how that happened, but um, it
They
was
go down quick. They go
it
down
was
quick.
really good. It was smooth, easy to drink. It wasn't too burny. Some whiskeys just burn your face off. Like this, it was
Yeah.
nice and smooth and just a really good sipping whiskey. And it was more like a bourbon than anything. But
Hmm.
my drink of choice is bourbons. I'm a big fan of bourbon. I like Angel's Envy. I recently went 3 years ago, I guess, for my 40th birthday. I went to Kentucky, walked Whiskey Row, and checked out all the distilleries. And went to Buffalo Trace is a good one. Angel's
Oh,
Envy.
did you go to Jack Daniels in
No,
Kentucky?
I didn't get there.
Oh no, in Tennessee. It's
It's
in Tennessee, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Buffalo Trace, Angel's Envy. We had Four Roses is a good one that we like for bourbons. Four Roses is kind of like the go-to because it's affordable. It's like middle of the road. It's like $30 for a small batch bottle, and like that's some good stuff. It's just a nice sip and drink. Mixed drinks, old fashions all day. Old fashions all day long. Except if you're ever in this neck of the woods, there's a place called the Town Tavern. They make a peanut butter old fashioned, and it's
Bro.
sorry to review them like this, but it's hideous. Like oh
I
god,
mean that sounds pretty
it was
freaky, bro.
it's it, it was quite not great, and you know I luckily had COVID the night I drank that. I didn't know it, and I just threw it all up when I got home. Not to
Oh
be gross.
no.
It was a terrible
Oh,
night, but
so
what a
devastating.
horrible drink. My God, I washed it down with 10 dirty martinis.
So are you guys near the water?
You could say that. I'd say I'm on the border of Rhode Island in
Okay.
Massachusetts, and we're probably about 25 to 30 minutes from a decent beach. Um,
Okay.
we did just I bought a place in Maine, like a camper.
Ooh.
So we're right by Old Orchid Beach in Maine, right over the border. So it's just like over the western border of, what's that state? New Hampshire. So that's near
Okay.
beach there, and we stay at a place on the Cape Cod. Second time was this past summer. That's nice little beach with some nice warm water. Well, yeah, we got water all around. So it's just 20, 30 minutes in any direction.
So that was a wild thing for me when and that's what makes me think that it's definitely more than 6 hours because like to go to Ocean City, Maryland, um, it's at least. Oh wait, hey, we're already friends on this one.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay,
I was
great,
like,
great.
Who's
Yeah,
my second friend?
yeah. In
Oh,
Buffalo,
oops.
you don't experience the ocean.
Hold on a second.
So to like go to like when we played in Ocean City, Maryland, that's how I first experienced it. First time I ever like went out there was to play. And man, the ocean just like sucks you in, bro.
Yeah, right.
Same thing with the mountains. You ever been around the mountains?
Sure.
Like out
Yeah.
west or anything?
Vegas.
Dude, it like sucks you in, bro. And yeah, like so where I was going with this is Oyster Shooters, bro. What's your opinion on Oyster Shooters? I love them.
I love oysters. I absolutely love them all. I love oyster shooters, eating oysters. I can't get enough, I'll tell you that. And you got to get them
Yes.
from the right place. The colder the water, the better they are. For sure.
Interesting.
What do you
Yeah, man,
think with
'cause
this?
Just
ahead.
like it's such a good package, bro. You get a little meal with your shot, so you know that you're doing the right thing. You're doing a smart thing by like eating while you're drinking.
Well, I don't know if it's the best food to eat while drinking, but if you're into that kind of thing, yeah, no, I love it. I love it all. Do you? Let's see here. I'm trying to think of the last time I had one. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been
I
out
mean,
there.
what I do enjoy them a lot more with like a top shelf, like more of a Grey Goose level vodka. A little bit spicier. Spicy's good in my opinion
Yes.
for a shooter.
Yes.
And that's it, man. I just anything oyster, the oyster shooters, and I never thought I would just raw dog an oyster, but I will raw dog oysters, 12 to my face, with just a little bit of Tabasco on those suckers. All right, let's go, man.
It's a good way to get the day going, man.
Absolutely, and not to mention you throw a Bloody Mary on top of that in the morning, and you're right and ready to go.
I love a good BM in the morning, bro. So
I'm
good.
not sure what that reference means, viewers, but I believe he said bowel movement or Bloody Mary. We'll have to let him explain that for you, but
Depends how far in the AM we are.
everybody likes a good BM in the morning. Jesus. Did I challenge you yet?
Yeah, I think I've selected a deck.
Oh, you did? What the fuck? Now I have to challenge you again.
Oh, wait, hold on. What's
screwed up.
happening? Oh, no, it's all
screwed
good.
up.
Hold on. I've got the multicolored pinwheel at the moment.
Pinwheel.
That's how you know that it's working.
What was your favorite show growing up?
Like, when I was a kid, I loved, like, Ninja Turtles.
Hell
Ninja
yeah.
Turtles was, like, the first show that I liked. Wait, hold on. You gotta request me again. Because it's, like, not giving me the option to accept it. It's just, like, showing it, like, pulsating, and I can't click on it. There it is.
God damn it.
Yeah, so definitely, like, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Star Trek. Like, I watched a lot of Star Trek: The Next Generation,
Oh, nice.
like Deep Space Nine and shit.
Let's try this guy.
What about you? You're a few years older than me, so we might have like a
Yeah,
few
I
different
think we'd be pretty
tastes.
similar, but maybe different. But I liked all that stuff also. But I watched the original Transformers cartoon, He-Man.
Yeah, Transformers is great.
I watched the Turtles growing up for sure. Thundercats was a
Oh,
big one. I love
Thundercats, yeah.
Thundercats. And like I watched the remake they recently did, and I couldn't get into it. But just I don't know, they look funny to me. The Ghostbusters cartoon was a little later, but I enjoyed watching that. I never got into like anime or anything like that, but I like all that stuff, man. Might think my favorite. Oh, Voltron. I don't know. Voltron's like the most closest to anime or Japanese animation that I could have ever gotten. Dude, what just you killed my guy, man? You took my Terra.
Yeah, for now.
What the? Damn.
Yeah, I always liked. I always wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z. And I watched some of it here and there. I didn't have like I had cable for like 1 year when I was a kid. So I didn't really like. I was aware of all things that existed on cable.
Yeah.
But like I didn't really watch them all, but I always kind of wanted to. Oh darn it, dude! I just played another legendary permanent.
Oops.
Oh no. Yeah, that's a drawback of that land.
Right. You gotta get that legendary rule. What's that legendary rule card?
Oh yeah, the mirror box or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I always wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z. It was always like a really intriguing superhero story. Oh yeah, I was really into the Spider-Man cartoon, X-Men for sure.
Yep.
The X-Men cartoon is amazing. Yo,
I
they're
agree.
redoing that on Disney Plus.
Are they really?
Yes, dude.
That's something I gotta get into. You know what else they're redoing? Coming out with new seasons of Futurama, which is exciting
really?
to me. Yeah.
Oh shit.
We just saw that today.
Is this gonna be like their final season or something?
Yeah, I don't see why it would come back another. It's probably a few seasons, but I don't see why it would come back another like 3 times or whatever. They just finished a redo a few years ago. It's like another resurgence. I wish I had something to teleport.
Yeah,
Damn you,
South.
Valky, God of Lies.
He's got mad lies for you.
South Park we talked about prior to this.
Yeah, South Park has been really funny for the past like 6 years. The new season's starting a little slow.
Can you tell me if this is going well for me? This is not going well for me.
No, I mean I don't know. Yeah.
I used to have the first 2 seasons of South Park on VHS. I don't know if you 6th grade or 37-year-olds know what that is, but it's like it's a rectangular tape. It's like a big cassette that plays movies. And yeah, man, I used to think that was great. Like the first Jesus appearance, those 2 seasons were some of the funniest things in the world.
Well, that's when South Park had changed. Like that, because back then it was like right when they were pushing all the boundaries.
Right.
You know, and like really, like when they're all swearing and Jesus and Mr. Hanky, and I had the VHS too. My sister had recorded it for me, and I don't know how she got it to me. It was like some sort of thing that I'm pretty sure my mom wasn't really aware of, like what I was watching. But yeah, like those original seasons like really set the tone like for the characters. Dude, like recently, just the way that they like roast contemporary happenings and like their view on the world is just so funny.
That's
I,
great.
I definitely recommend that.
I thought the movie might have been, like, the first half of the movie was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Was that Blame Canada?
Yeah. It got a little slow in the second half with all the Saddam and Satan stuff, but by far the first half of that movie is probably one of the best.
Did you ever see Team America: World Police?
I love Team America more than anything.
So good.
And I saw the Book of Mormon in Providence, Rhode Island, and it has to be one of the funniest, most offensive, but so offensive that it's funny and you can't be mad at it, plays that I've ever seen in my life. It's from beginning to end. Just straight up laughter and amazing content. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we saw that in Buffalo.
Oh, it's awesome. Is it not awesome?
It's great. It was definitely awesome.
I even felt like I had culture for a few minutes, for a couple hours.
I was, and I think that we went before COVID, so, but I was still like grossed out. I was like, because I don't know, I'm just like a germaphobe. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, lots of people.
I don't know if I want to be next to people. Dude's like coughing next to me. I'm like,
I had that.
But no, I agree.
I saw Anthony Bourdain live in Boston, and I don't know, there were like 5 people around me just hacking up their lungs. It was way pre-COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a problem with germs up until like 2 months ago when I got fucking COVID. But
yeah, that sucks.
Now I'm
man.
like shady about everybody. And it stinks too because I'm like, I don't. Mask mandates just got lifted around here, and I'm just like, I don't need to wear this, but now I'm still paranoid about everybody walking around. I don't know. Who knows? You don't need my sob story today. I might still have like weird symptoms.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, there's been coughing since November. That's what happened last week.
Well, damn. Hopefully that's only like. Hopefully that alleviates soon, because I mean, at November, we're looking at 6 months now, so hopefully you're at the end of that.
I'm hoping so, man. It's been weird, man. I never get sick. Anyway, let's I want to go back to Ninja Turtles, if I may.
Please.
I just watched the new Michael Bay Ninja Turtle movies. What's your opinion of those? Did you see them?
I think I saw the first one, or like I was present when it was playing somewhere that I was hanging out, and it was filmed in Buffalo. Part of it was filmed in Buffalo.
No
so
shit.
I think that maybe that was just for the number 2. I think maybe I saw number 1, and I haven't seen number 2. I don't know. I guess my only opinion on it is that like it's really interesting that in 1990 whatever they made a movie with practical effects that looked so good, and they made a movie now that looks like, I mean, like the Ninja Turtles are like these giant weird transformer looking things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I totally agree. However, it had its moments of entertainment, but I think it was just super overproduced, and the CGI was just like, I don't know, they were weirdly shaped, ugly turtles.
Exactly. I don't know. And just that, because when you look back on the movie from the 90s, although I saw something on YouTube. They had like a video of like in between takes, and like the dudes inside the suits are like sweating their balls off,
Yeah.
and like just like getting fed water, like they're in NASCAR or something. And it's just like, but anyway, the movies look like back then looked so good.
I love those movies. They did a great
One
job.
and two.
1 and 2, yeah.
Three was-
The secret
three
of the
was- what were they
3
doing?
was like the samurai that went back in time.
Yeah,
To,
and they
like,
like
ancient
changed the
China.
models, like the character models, to like something different for
I think
like
some
no
of the
reason.
some of the voices were like kind of weird, a little bit janky, if you will.
Also, janky premise.
Yeah, the story, yeah, the premise was kind of like, I don't know about this.
Oh.
This is not going well, these dragons. So, I have you quoted now, and I quote, as saying, "Cupcakes are one of the most disgusting things on earth." Please explain yourself, sir.
Well, I just don't really like cupcakes, so I'm not a fan of cake in general. First off, but a cupcake is just like a muffin imposter. Okay, like it wants to be a muffin, but it's really just frosting, pretending to be the delicious top of the muffin. And then you eat this cupcake, and it gets all over you. And it's all over your face. I know. So my wife Jenna says you gotta break it in half and turn it into a sandwich, and I understand that strategy. It's just not for me.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not for me.
Well, I when I first read that, I said, I got a lot of respect for this guy. I've watched his YouTube channel. I've now learned about your band and music you've made and movies you like and shows and your family, which, congratulations, by the way. I didn't give you a proper congratulations.
Thank you
on
very
your
much.
Upcoming. If you don't drink a lot, well, once your boy gets there, you will. Because boys are a nightmare. And then I saw this quote that you didn't like cupcakes, but sir, you put it in such a way that I can't argue that it is like a wannabe muffin. And the frosting is a lie. I am not blocking any of that because it's just a moot point. Very good game.
Yeah, good matches. That was a lot
Was
of
that
fun.
the
It was
second
nice
one?
to. That was the third match.
That was 3? No. I did not win with that stupid dragon deck.
Dude,
Oh,
I
wow.
really loved like brewing these decks, like coming up with the ninja little deck and just getting my little zombies together. It was definitely a lot of fun.
Very well put together. And that's it, man. I had a great time. I say we call it here. We're looking at about 2 hours. And
Awesome, man.
look, man, everybody watching out there, thanks for joining us here on Magic Jerks again. My name is Jay, Editor Jay on MTG Attitude as well. I'm here with Magic Dad. You can find his channel searching for Magic Dad AJ on YouTube. I had a great time. I'm glad we got to know you. And look, let's play again soon. And also for everybody out there, you can find Magic Dad and myself and our friends Mr. Guy and Big Box Dave at DJ Longhair's Thursday night live stream at youtube.com/Mr. DJ Longhair. We'll definitely be there this week. You can find us both there. And AJ, you got anything you want to add for viewers, your viewers, our viewers, any viewers?
No, man, I just want to say thanks for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure meeting you and chatting with you, man. And the games were a lot of fun. And dude, it's just it's been so much fun networking and just broadening my Magic world. So Thanks again for the opportunity, man. I really appreciate it.
Totally, my friend. I have a feeling that we would love to have you as a repeat, three-peat guest, whatever. And yeah, keep me posted on everything you're up to, and stay in touch.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, my
Down.
friend. I'll see you later, and everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.